Oh man, so welcome to another riveting episode. I have it on solo, maybe as I reveal my guests right now. But let me just hit camera 2 right quick. And we have like a special, we didn't even know who in the chair. But he will soon reveal himself, like, would you say you a rising star? I know the girl's going crazy right now.
The promise is in the building. Canaan For Yah.
The promise. Oh, let me
Yeah.
Promise.
Yeah. We're here. I'm here. I'm excited to be up.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
So
there we go. I can see you now. Yeah. Let me make that.
So we have the promise here in the building.
Yes, sir.
So, thank you for actually reaching out. Because I was like, you want to come on my show, bro? You must see something that you like.
I feel like when I do that, like people is looking at me like more humble. You feel me? Like he ain't waiting for people to reach out to him. Like you can go and reach out. You feel me?
I feel like I reached out to you before though.
You reach out to me before?
I get like probably 2 years ago it was on my mind to be like, at some point. But I be doing so much different things because obviously you have followed the Original People Network, so it was like you was in the mind and be like, all right, at some point it gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for joining us on this illustrious
Thank you for having me, bro.
episode.
It's a pleasure.
I surprised you even. I mean, at least it's a little bit by noon. You was out late partying last night. You was at JV.
I do, it was a nice performance though.
Oh, so you performed last night?
Yeah, it was a
okay,
performance.
That's dope.
Yeah. Section was live. We was lit. Feel me? Nice vibes.
I see that.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
But we gonna take this all the way back to the beginning. But before we get into that, we have a segment on the show called the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying of the day. And we normally give that to our special guest. Take it away.
So I have to give a word.
Yeah.
My word of the day, I could use I don't want to use a word someone already used before.
No. You could word. That's why it's word, phrase, or saying. So
Any saying.
yeah, any saying.
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing.
They said
So what does the serious thing mean?
Well, pick up my brother Madras. That's who we really get it from. He said it all the time. So it's like he said for any type of situation. So I don't really know exactly what it means. Because
Okay.
you could be saying your day is solid. That's a serious thing. See what they saying? You get in a car accident. That's a serious thing. So I don't know if it's that's great.
He came originally because before a lot of people is be like say something that we done had a bunch of times, but it's like I didn't even know about a serious thing.
That's
before.
a serious thing.
Okay. So let's start off in the beginning because when I first encountered you for the first time was 2018, and this probably around October, December 2018 going into 2019, where you was performing you was young. Everybody was just gushing over how young and saw the talent that you was. And then we ain't really want to jump because that's a whole 6 years ago. Take us, what was life like growing up and what inspired you to start doing music?
Well, let's start from the genesis, like you say. Well, I've actually started off beating drums to be spiritual. It was never just singing first or playing the piano first. So it was drums first. Then started to do a little singing with it for me. But then I saw Chris Brown just around the time I was in the States around this time. Just around the time Chris Brown popping for me.
So that's 2006.
2006, 2007. 2007. I say 2007.
Okay. Because this is Chris Brown came on 04. Yeah. Okay, so this like 2007.
Yeah.
But he's still like a teenager.
Yeah,
Sort of, yeah.
when he dropped like With You, like songs like that.
Okay, yeah.
So after I saw Chris Brown, I was like, wait, all right, let's put the drums down. You feel me? And let's start singing some more. You see what I'm saying? That's where the girls at. You feel me? So we pick up the singing. We started with the singing. So then I started to do little covers. You feel me? Like just me singing.
So you already knew you could sing.
It's just like when I know I could do something, even if I ain't do it yet.
Yeah.
It's just like when I do it, I know I can do it. You see what I'm saying? I can do it correct. You
Okay.
feel me? Even though like when I first started singing, it wasn't perfect, but you could tell like he got potential to sing. You feel me? So it was like that. And I was just like doing covers. I used to sing in church too. I was actually the praise team leader. Feel me? You didn't expect that. I love it. You wasn't expecting that.
So you was what church this was?
Bahamas Harvest. You know about it too. Bahamas
Which year
Harvest.
this was?
I'd say this was.
So this was when he
16 to 018.
Oh, this was recent. I didn't get this back because
That's when I was in school. That was like the youth praise team.
Okay, interesting. The stories always start off.
So I
church.
was like always in church. Like even when I was beating drum, like when I was living in the States, I was always in church. Like it always just start off in church. Me doing everything in church.
Okay.
So first it was the drums, then after that was the singing. Then I started to get into the piano. You feel me? So like everything just like add up. You feel me? So now I could sing now. So let me go learn how to play the piano. Because now I seeing like Bruno Mars and Justin Bieber don't even play the piano. He don't even play the piano, but he on the stage and he playing the piano while he's singing. So I'm like, all right. That's the next thing I got to add to me, for me. So we got the piano now. So I started to add that flavor and I doing more covers, feel me? But no, you know, the generation started to change. So as the generation started to change, I started to see more artists, you feel me? And like, I was inspired by it. So that's where everything was just singing at first. R&B, just singing. And I started to see, let me see, like, who I could see. Migos and like Drake. Like
Okay, so this
time.
is... Because Versace, because I was in Atlanta when Versace came out. So this was like 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Drake would... Not Nothing Was the Same. Take Care came out late 2011. So this is like in the era, like the end of the blog era into the sort of triplet flow.
Yeah. And like that era, like Meek Mill too. Meek Mill was a big influence on the rap side of things. You feel me? So then I started, like, it was first I was diss rapping in school. Like just we was on Facebook. You write your rap, I write my rap. Come back to school, everyone freaking out. Oh, yeah. And me, listen to me, bro. I always used to do my damage, bro. I can be real with you. Like, so, like, I always had that little buzz in school. Anyway, I go from
what school you went to?
First, it was Carmichael Primary. They call it Civil Strong now. First, that was my first. No, I used to go to Bahamas Academy first.
Okay.
Then Carmichael Primary.
Okay.
And after that, I got to Princeville, Jordan Princeville.
All right.
So each one of them schools, I was known for music.
Hold on, when you graduated from Princeville?
19.
Okay, yeah, I was been.
You used to go Princeville too?
No. I would have been out of high school way by then.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, then I went to Princeville. So we just rapping and everything. That's what I was known for right then and now. You feel me? Like we in school, just rapping. Shout out to Kobe. He was rapping too. I don't know if he's still rapping, but he was rapping. Me and him used to go back and forth. Then after that, it's like, but this guy know it. See, I started to see like XR, like Spicy and Bahamian Trey, all of them.
Yeah,
and they just rapping though, but they still doing it on a serious. Yeah, it's like so. I was like, hold on, bro. I feel like I ain't doing it right. I got a little hype in school, but they are like at the election on the stage when we perform it. So like it like changed my mindset and it was like more serious grind from then. So like I'd say I've been making music for about 6-7 years.
Okay.
But I'd say 2 of those years, 3 of those years, or 4 the most, was just my amateur years. Me just trying to figure out. So it's like me developing the singing side and the rap side. So like now I could do any. It's comfortable. Like anytime, any beat, whatever it is, I could switch and say rap or I could say sing.
Because for the intro of XX1 Playboy, the intro says R&B nigga. So I was like, I listened to that and I was listening to the rest of your discography and I was like, I can see the singing, but you more melodic rapping. Like I ain't too many ballads per se. So now that you introduced that side, that makes sense now why you would make that track to you more so looking at it like not what I put out, but what I've been known for from the
See,
start.
and with R&B, nigga, it was like when I was starting to do more of the rap, it was like it was noise in the market. Like, bro, you singing, bro. Like, you just singer, bro. Like, you know, it's staying out lane, but I just trying to show niggas, no, I'm not gonna stay in that lane. Feel me? Because I could rap too. If you could sing and rap, why you can just sing? Or why you can just rap? That don't make sense.
I think Drake sort of broke that more like a whole decade ago where it was like, yeah, you could do both and win. And then everybody just started, like people started doing it separate, but then people started doing it all like together. So now rappers with more melody. And like, you know, you spit a couple of bars and then harmonize and then come back in.
So that's what I try to do. I try to like keep it like in between. So I could always, no one could box me and say, oh, no, he's a singer. Because that's how it was at first. Like, you know, nowadays I've done posts, who's the best rapper, who's the best this and that.
You talking about locally?
Yeah, locally.
I remember one year it was like 150 top rappers.
I'm telling you, bro.
I was like, who all these people is, bro? I was like, wait.
I don't really mind, but it just assume it like I like watching it, like I like seeing it, just to be like, what these people thinking, like what's going on in there.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, when I was in Atlanta, right? I feel like 80% of the population was trying to rap because that's the hub of hip hop right now. So everybody feel like if I catch one song, I can get the lick. But here it's like 150.
I'm telling you. Bro, and I only know like 10, bro. Like it, like the crazy thing is,
like, you know.
It's a lot of rappers who I know in Nassau, and they good rappers.
Yeah,
none of them on this list, bro. Like the rest of them, I don't even know these guys, bro.
And then when I had Bahamian Trey on the show, because that's my boy, he was telling me about some like the scene, and you know, other people telling me about yeah, these little dudes making rap songs, and I seen videos where dudes like flashing guns, and I was like, bro, y'all know you're on a NASA. Yeah. You know, like I was like, this in the States, you know? Like, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say nothing. I really don't know. I can't even.
So I was like, okay, this is very interesting, but take me through. Okay, so you finally, so you would say, around 2016, 2018, between that period is when you started really like recording records and doing a studio time.
What year you say?
2016 to 2018.
2017. Yeah, from 2017.
Okay, so
I was recording on GarageBand on my phone with Apple headphones.
Okay.
Around the first time when you was meeting me, around the first time, I was recording off my phone.
Oh, wow.
In my closet.
So how did the whole Julian Belief connection happen?
He'd comment on my YouTube video, live. And he was like, yo, reach out to me. So I did. And he was like, you got some dope songs. You just dope songwriter too. We end up linking up. He'd tell me coming to an event. I end up saying, thinking out loud. I guess he was trying to see like my stage presence. So he saw it. Yeah, girls give it and everything. So from there we just started working. Like he had the songs that we'd work on. I'd songwrite for him. He'd help me out with my career, put me in different positions, open different doors and stuff like that. So it really just started from him just reaching out and, you know, just saying, bro, yeah, like showing love.
Yeah, because the first time I saw you, we was at COB's theater, and it was like some game show or something like that.
I remember the trivia thing.
Actually, I didn't come there because I came there because I came to play on someone's team or whatever, and he did just pop up, and we already had a report or whatever going back a couple of months because we was working on this campaign, and then he was putting me in contact with a bunch of people and things like that. Actually, yeah, I just recently finally did a podcast with him at his birthday a couple of months ago. Yeah. So, but it was like, okay, yeah, this dude talented, but in my mind at the time, I was like, I wonder where this would go because so since high school, I've seen a bunch of Bahamian artists, and it's like either I wouldn't say necessarily they fall off, but they would start like be uninspired by the music, or they wouldn't do the things where I feel like would get them to another stratosphere. Like one particular thing.
I give you the two reasons right now.
Okay, good.
One, comfortable. Like as a Bahamian, like even like as an artist, like small celebrations for me, like the small things, I could have been comfortable and say, but I do this. Sit back and be like, bro, I touch 100K, bro. Good, I could bribe with that for the rest of my life. And I feel like most of them just get comfortable where they at. Like even though like respectfully I sign a royalty, if we stay connected through this entire time, this my entire career, then cool. But like I already thinking about the next move, like what else big I could do, not just sitting back and saying what they can do. Feel me? And I feel like that's like they start depending on people too much. Instead of remembering a couple weeks ago, I was running my own hype. Like, this was me. I was doing this whole thing by myself. But now, since someone else here, I can just put all my trust in them and let them do what they got to do. And if they don't do what they got to do, then I can just blame them. Even though everything looked bad on me because I started.
But I don't think they even just get to that point.
No. Because you gotta see it. Like, you only could go as far as you could see. You know, one can just say, everybody can wait on that. You can't see wait on that. You only can go past this closet because you only can see right there. So it's just like, they vision wise. So like, no one putting in their head, bro, I know this looks solid to you right now. Like, how, she putting this in my head. Like, cause it was a point in time where like, I just was about to hype. When I dropped Vibes with Janaya and Overdose, it just was hype for me. Like, everyone just like, bro, you could sing, bro. This sound dead nice. Like, everyone just thinking me. So it's just like, that's all I was focused on. And
you
now
was focused on the clout. Yeah.
Now she like, bro, this right here, this so small, what you could be doing, but you show me all these right now, and it's just like, I don't feel like these people, either they ain't listening to the person or they don't have no one talking to them like that. Because it's really a mindset thing in this game, bro. Like,
yeah, because one of my biggest knocks is the whole traveling component. And it's like more and more I realizing because we always, as Bahamians general, we just complain about, well, it ain't no opportunity in Nassau like that and da. But it's like, bro, there's only so much you can do with
I'm telling
500,000 people, you know.
I'm telling you.
It's like, bro, like, it ain't that the Bahamians don't support, it just ain't enough Bahamians. That's all it really is. It's a numbers thing. And it's like, you can't fight that. It is what it is. It ain't, they don't support. No way, it's just numbers, bro.
But I still feel like we have enough people to put us on the map, like, and that's all you really need, just to like, just that flashlight to say, they got some rappers starting, and it's just to take that. Just like my brother Mark always telling me, bro, like, if I blow, bro, it's a whole lot of bunch of rappers who can blow after me, bro, just because they know, bro, this boy from Nassau, bro, from the Bahamas, let's go see what else over there, because they looking for the next, you know. Yeah,
but when you say blow, you are to blow in a whole bigger market. So it's still to me, it's still a traveling component to be like, okay, I'm gonna go in front of more eyes, go to this convention, go talk to this person here, and just get out my comfort zone. Back to what you were saying.
You gotta know that though. You gotta like, just what you sign up for. You feel me? Like, you gotta know, bro, I gonna have to take a risk. You feel me? Like, for me, it was like, I hearing like my parents, like, I love my family dearly, bro, but like, I ain't spending time with them. I wasn't spending as much time with them because I have a dream. You feel me? And I know me being in the nest, like, showing love all the time, my career part is harder than just a 9 to 5. Someone who get a 9 to 5 and say, all right, I can stock up my bread, I can get my apartment, I can get my crib, and I can do all that. No, I gotta actually work like y'all 50 steps ahead of me because I ain't back here. So I gotta deal up with the regular stuff what they doing, plus the music side of things. See how you coming, man?
Yeah. So, what were some of the ups and downs of being an artist? Was you said, because you mentioned signing with royalty, and then I thought you had moved to
yeah, I live in Fort Lauderdale, but I be in Orlando too. So I was in Orlando first because I still study at Full Sail too. So I was.
So you in school now?
Yeah, I was doing school.
Oh, okay.
I was rapping at the same time.
So you finished school?
No, I just had to put it on pause, bro, because I had like a lot going on.
Yeah. So you was away in school because I thought through the royalty situation. Actually, how did that even come about?
Let me show you. It's everything, like, both opportunities show itself at the same time. So I had a chance to study at Full Sail, plus with Monty them. So Monty them and Royalty and Respect, that's in Fort Lauderdale. Full Sail, that's in Orlando. Yeah. So I had to find a way to work it out. So I was staying in Orlando, and whenever we had work, like on the weekends or whatever, I had no class, and I'd drive up to Fort Lauderdale, put in the work, go back to Orlando. So it was a lot of driving back.
Yeah, 3-hour drive.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really what I was doing. Keep it balanced, but like, I was working on the Full Sail stuff, but the Royalty and Respect, that just come clutch with it. So it's like, wow, everything just grabbed together.
Okay, because initially when I was thinking, I was like, maybe you just finally get the situation, because I saw a couple other people like, who's artists who eventually just, gone overseas and get a situation, and then now they sort of working, and, and I thought that was similar to you, but I didn't know you were at school and then you was learning. So you
I was born over there too. I was born in Fort Lauderdale.
So you half American? Yeah. Because when you mentioned you was in the States initially before coming back here, so I was like, okay, now everything started to make sense.
So it's like, even with when I rap with my accent and stuff, people be like, you sound like American. And I don't really be like, but yeah, I'm American, bro. Cause like, Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Like, because, okay, like, for instance, Bass Santana, I used to go to primary school with him or whatever. Like, you know, like, yeah, he sound American, but he still has used little things like Obey Child and things like that. So,
yeah, but it's like go both ways, because then
Yeah.
people would be like, oh, why you just don't rap like yourself? Like, why you don't just rap in your Bahamian accent?
I mean, that ain't for everybody. Like, with Trey, and I told Trey this, I say, bro, like, what you and Spicy them must do, like, it's commendable. And I appreciate them doing it, but I don't think how, because of influences and things like that, where, like, when you, because I always feel like when you create from your soul, what you put into your soul. So if you already listening to all these different things, you're going to find what you like, what resonate inside there, and then it going to come out and manifest itself.
Facts.
So it's something more so what they consciously do, where I feel like, you know, when you find your artistry, you got to find your way where you feel the most comfortable. So, you know, but, so, okay, so from Full Sail, so what success looks like now that you're, like, overseas? Obviously, you get you're working with royalty. Like, has your career become profitable at this point?
From our first project, Rocks Up, yeah, especially when it comes to like shows, Christmas time, January, even I think that was last month, this September, August, yeah, last month, I think so, yeah. So it like. We only dropped one project so far. That was Rock. No, two projects, but one video. Rocks Up. That was our biggest project so far, and then The Realest. But when we first dropped Rocks Up, around the hype time, you know, there's a lot of shows going on. I come back down here, had like 3 shows. Then like last month we had shows too. So basically the funds was coming from like the shows and then the streams too. But you know, streaming don't really. So yeah, I really been focused on the shows. So what we trying to do is like we trying to build more leverage basically. So like it don't always have to be us reaching out. It could be you know, the motion set, and they just like, all right, we got to get this guy inside it, because that's really where the money is in the clubs for me.
Yeah. So you haven't thought about like doing any like the festivals or going on the festival circuit?
I thought about it, but I don't put no pressure on it. Like it ain't something that's like I really want to do this, but like if it happen, I ain't turn it down. Maybe why? But I put some thought into doing one.
Because I think the festival is where like you sort of cultivate the relationships, and then you start to get in front of bigger audiences, because it's a whole, like, you know, you are people that probably come for the headliners, but now they watching you, and you know it's the biggest audience possible you could get, and now you get more ears listening to the music.
That's facts.
So, you know, but it seemed like the constant back and forth has been like super, like, you know, sustainable for you, and you getting to a point. So as I was going through your discog, and I was like, okay, I'm hearing, first I go through the, like, because I have Spotify, first I go through like the 5 tracks where they have streamed the most, and then I started like to sort of go back to where I really like the project you did with Rome, and it seems like you finally found your sound at the sort of the top of 2021. What's your creative process like?
I wouldn't say it's something that I run to. We just in the studio, play something first, you know, get the vibe set, and then whatever we attack. But with me and Rome, it's like with the tape, especially anything me and Rome touch. Anything me and Rome touch, it's like a friendly, competitive type of thing. For me, like I got the hardest first, so he got the hardest first, and that is really bring out the best in the both of us, because you ain't gonna show me up, and you ain't gonna show me up. So we trying to hold up that bargain. So I'd say when it comes to me and Rome, it's just me doing me, and then at the same time knowing, wait, no slacking, because she boy hard. So make sure you on point. So that's how we didn't even realize until we was finished with the tape what we did. You feel me? But the whole time it just was fun and energy.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a continuation of the Promise Pack too. So it's like, you know, same vibes and flows and upbeat type of situation. But then
See where I at right now is just it's more the melodic rap right now, because right now, I mean, I already proved my point. This double XI Playboy proved my point most definitely. But it was a point I was trying to prove, to say I'm an established rapper and an established singer. Like, I don't just rap. Like, he's a singer and he could kind of rap too. No, like, both sides, like, I could hold up basically versatility, just showing my versatility. Because, like I was saying, there's a lot of, you was a singer, bro. That's what R&B nigga, like, showing them, I guess they calling me an R&B nigga. You know what I mean? So it's just breaking that little box that they was putting me in. So I had to break out of that before I could say, all right, now we could go back and forth and say, all right, we could do the R&B for a little while and then go back to the rap. So that's why, like, Locked In is more like a rap tape. Double XI Playboy, more like a rap. Promise Pop, more like a rap tape. Because, yeah, it's just like a season. There's stuff, like, there's a lot of stuff that was going on there in that season, too. There's a lot of speaking on that, trying to show folks what's going on.
Because now that you're introducing me to this new information, where you have this church background, and then I'm listening to the stories that you're telling on the different songs, and it's pretty consistent to where it's like, you know, I was like, okay, I'm listening, and it seems like you have past situations where, you know, some street mix up and things like that. So my thing is, okay, how does church boy?
Bro, I got special. That's on the deluxe for the double XI, but it ain't out yet.
Okay.
But basically everything in my tape, like, I don't want this to go over nobody. I don't let this go over none of y'all. Like, y'all really have to sit down and let this, like, listen to the story. I telling y'all stories on top of stories, but, like, just constantly. So you really gotta listen to it. But I'd say I was always, like, in trouble. You feel me? I was a good child always, but I always was in trouble. I was mischievous from I was smart. But you know, small things, you in school, in the office, getting suspended, all them different type of things. So it was always that. But church was just the thing, was keeping me grounded. That the reason my head's still on my body right now. My people's is church people. My mommy, she's a pastor. My daddy's a pastor. So, like,
so hold on. So you's a PK?
Yeah. I mean, they ain't, all right. Let me not say there's pastors, but, like, they used to preach. They was pastors when we was in the States.
Man, you still a PK.
Yeah.
So basically, Canaan has continued the legacy of PK turned rap star.
I can be a pastor someday too. I'm honest right now. This is. I feel like God has let you do what you gotta do for a certain one. Like, do your thing, bro. You can do what you gotta do.
No, for real.
But, like, when I was born, like, the doctor, she told me, she prophesied obviously. Actually, I was gonna be a prophet, and I remember she stayed telling me that. She keep telling me, you ain't gonna run away from it. No, I ain't gonna run away from it. If it happen, I can be a pastor.
Bro, we have a lot in common. Not only did you drop your first single on October 20th, 2017, which is my birthday. But I my mom always tell me from young, like, oh, your daddy had a dream and you're supposed to be this great man and supposed to tell, then be a prophet and things like that. So, you know, I feel like you can't really run from when you get spoke on your life like that, because people always think of a prophet to where it's like this long in the church type thing, but a prophet someone tell the truth and have this big voice of influence and sort of seeing the future and come bring it to the past and hear from God and deliver a message to the people type of situation.
Yep, Fox. But so church from all that stuff. So basically, like I said, I always was in problems, and I always had friends around. You know, I was had parents saying, "Oh, that's bad company, stay from mine," and this and that. Got older cousins, older brethren, all this different stuff. But I just was rapping. Like, it's just, everything was just music to me. So, like, all that, I could have been around it. Like, Shooto could have been outside, and I ain't tired recording. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just example, by the way. That didn't actually happen. But I just saying, like,
I mean, it could happen, bro.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand, right? And I think what the artist that made me realize this is Twin them. When I used listening to them, I was like, bro, like, Nassau is really a funky place. Because you could really be, like, you could go to private school, but you only this close away from, like, being in a situation where you have to resort to violence.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I remember back coming up, it was like this whole stigma of government school children, just do this and it's like, I know plenty niggas who going to scrap a school, turn into gunman and things like that, because it's like, bro, the degree of separation from neighborhood and family and things like that. That don't mean nothing. Like, oh, let's come to school and then there's a problem and then it's like, bro, I gotta stay dangerous because this situation, or even if I have a wife with you, it's just if I want to be protected, I gotta.
And that's my thing. Like, I just want you to know, it ain't sweet, bro. Like, I ain't got no problem with you, but just don't come at me. You know, tell you, we Gucci. That's a cool guy. For me, that's it. Yeah. Other than that, and that's what it's been like. Like, I feel like you could be humble. Like my boss always told me, you could be humble, but don't let no one run over you, bro. Like, don't ever allow that. So it's just, I just been playing defense, like what they say.
Yeah, like in the song,
I playing defense. Playing defense. You feel me? And I playing defense good. You feel me? Just a chess game, making the right moves, and they just staying out the way. You feel me? But how I wouldn't really say. I don't know how I get that. I could be real with you. I don't know how I get that. I ain't in the mix up or nothing. But and at the point now where I have a group of people who I speak for. You feel me? In the streets, like people who relate to me, they look up to me. So like. They tell me stories, just being around that environment, you feel me? I speak for those people, you feel me? So it ain't like a mix of vibe, Canaan in the streets now. No, it's just...
No, I don't get the whole being in the streets, but it's like, no, it's like, okay.
How you get that? How you get in that? That's what you mean?
No, more so it's like, it sounds like something that you come from. And it's like a reflection, or it's like, all right, I trying to separate myself from it. But it's like, it's there in the distance. Like,
no, it there. I feel like it always can be, just like Monty tell me, bro, that's small vibes compared to what can be going on, bro. Like, you gotta, and that's what I learned, just like embrace everything, because this is what I ask for. This is what I get on my knees and I pray for. And like ain't no one play no game or watch no movie where ain't no one going through all these different vibes. That's a boring movie, you feel me? So the fact is that I make it out of all them what's going on. I make it out that everything was popping. So I just learned to embrace it.
Because the next thing that comes up is jealousy. And it's like, we live in a very sick world. And it's like, what would Boosie say? People be hypnotized with hatred for truth for truth. It's like, you be minding your own business and people be watching you. And it's like, it ain't a hate thing until they see how... They want to see how they could get around it or whatever, and then when they can't get their way, it's like, oh, it's a problem. But it's like, I hate trying to figure out me. Why you don't focus on you? So, you know, and then when it's come with it, jealousy sort of brews hatred, and then, you know, hatred turns into a whole type of different.
I've been there, bro. Trust me. And that's a part of the situation what ended up happening. What happened? Like, jealousy, bro. Like, just the simple fact, and it's just like, I don't say nothing, bro. Like, I stay cool always. So it's like, when you say something and you see, he ain't even on the runway, like, he ain't even entertaining me, I feel like that just get them more. Feel me? Because, like, I say that because it was the point where I say, all right, cool, I can ignore that. Come up again. You feel me? So, like, this ain't gonna stop. You feel me? Like, fox. You feel me? Like, I'm not trying to speak on it too much. But
you know what I'm saying? Because all I'm saying is, at some point, you would have to, in order for elevation, there needs to be separation, because the envy and jealousy don't come from strangers, they come from people you know. And it's like, yeah, they don't just know you, they know little tidbits about your life and things like that, and that been brewing in their heart for a long time. So now it's like, all right, we, like I said, we live in funky now. So people, I always get, people say they see me more on the internet than in person. And it's like, yeah, because I don't be out. I don't be nowhere where you can touch me and reach me or whatever. When you see me, it's like, oh, this man live, so, you know. And I feel like, you know, artists all around, and, you know, obviously in the major industry, they always be like, hey, sort of separate yourself from where you're from, and, you know. And it's not even a now thing. This has always been a historical thing. Like, they never appreciate you where you from. It's always the people that barely know you, but they only can see you through a certain lens that you present, that really fully appreciate you and give you the adulation that you fully desire. And then you get all the opposites, and nobody trying to block nothing from you. Yeah. And it ain't no heinous intent. So, you know, how you feel about that? Especially now that I know that, hey, you ain't necessarily have to be here or whatever. If the problem is here. You know,
it's like, for me, I don't know. It's a lot of people who just be like, wait, why you still here? But like, You don't have to be, you have a passport. You don't have to be here at all, bro. Why are you still here? And it's like, sometimes I sit down and I say the same thing, but why are you still here? But I really think about it and I just be like, bro, I feel like I wasn't born in the Bahamas, bro. But I represented for the Bahamas. This is where I'm from.
Of course.
So it's like, I want them to see it. You feel me? It just don't be like, oh, he going to the States and he blow. You feel me? No, I want to get people here attention first to show them, all right, watch this. Because I could be here and do what I got to do over there. I don't have to be there exactly, but it'd be good to be in the headspace and the environment. But it's just me. I building up something, bro. I working on this big building. Not an actual big building, in case you don't think I mean big building. But I
but you got to speak that into existence no matter what it is, physical.
I building this up, bro. Just so I tell you with the rap, me breaking that box and everything, like, I building this something up, bro. It's big, bro. I just trying to make sure everything covered, bro. So when people start talking, I just have a song that just say, listen to that. Stop talking, So everything is just covered. Feel me? So it might take a little longer, but I see the progress.
The patriotism is super important. Why?
I don't know how it would have been if I was still in the States, if I was living in the States.
Like, you never came here, but it was like you always knew you was have some ties to the Bahamas, but you never sort of absorbed
When
the
I was
culture.
small, I really used to love over here. Like I didn't want to live over here, but it's just like vacation, you gotta come back here. But I'm not trying to live over here. But it's like, I don't know. I got a lot of love for the Bahamas. I could be real. I done been through a lot, experienced a lot, learned a lot from the Bahamas. I feel like I'd have been a whole different person if I was just staying in the States. Like a soft person, like pretty boy type of person. You feel me? Like who don't know how to go outside and do this, do that, and the next. You feel me? So I feel like the island life really prepared me. Cause when I over there, but like folks just be looking at me like you just cooling, man. Like a dad hot by you hotel, you cooling. Like, yeah, but it's just what I adjusted to. Like, I cool. So it's like the things where they trip over because they don't have. I done been without that. I been going without that. So it ain't affecting me in no way. But it's like where you say the love. So it's like I just feel like I have to represent for the Bahamas, bro. Like I don't like, because it's a small place. I like small places. Like I play at a small church. I like to like start.
Are you still playing in church?
Yeah, I still play the piano at True United.
Oh,
so
displays step foot in the night church.
It's like whenever I hear Nassau, I'll go play that.
Okay.
But like if I ain't there, then no, I don't play that. But yeah, but as long as I pick up my, cause like I don't want it to be like I forgetting about God or forgetting where I come from. So whenever I get a chance, I still just go, serve, cause that's where the blessings is come from. If you it, so go in there, show some love, play.
Because what the interesting thing I see about your generation particularly, which sort of differs from when I was coming up around your similar age, because all us was like, baby, we ain't trying to stick around, babe. This place is eat you alive. Like, it ain't, we love here, but we can't deal with it. If we have a choice to not be here, we ain't gonna be here.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of us came back because we was forced back, and whoever could have stayed. But like you, Trey, my boys at Bahamian, like Benjamin and Fox, them, like, yeah, but the Bahamas do. I'm like, okay, this different. Or whatever it is. It's like, for some reason, y'all take it as a badge of honor to more so than like probably the last two past generations to be like, okay, we can wave this flag because this is where we from, good or bad, and this is a part of us. So like,
I just trying to put the Bahamas on the map, bro. To be real too, because I feel like people done it, but no one really done it, bro. Like done it to say, bro, the Bahamas is just like Jamaica. Like Jamaica. When you hear Jamaica, reggae automatically, you know that. Even if it like people don't understand, bro. It ain't gonna always happen the way you want it, Like it might be a hip hop song will put the Bahamas on the map. Next, everyone listening to Calypso. You don't know, because like it's a lot of people who never heard that music before, never in their life. It don't matter. And one thing I know when I learn about my music, I got songs that I record months ago, bro. Like Rocks Up. I had Rocks Up for like 5 months before I released it, just sitting in my vault, bro. And when I dropped the song, it had nothing to do with the timing when I drop it. When I drop it, it still was the same, like a fresh song. Everybody think, but this big just come out the studio recording this big doing wop on the next. That's 5 months. So it's like, they still gonna go back to that, bro. You feel me? Like it's timeless. So it's like, it ain't gonna always, it might not be all right. The Calypso song put us on. It might not be that. Because guess what? It's like introducing. If you don't introduce yourself to me with sense, I ain't gonna remember you. Like I know you for right now, but if you ain't do something for me to say, hey, I remember this boy. No, I ain't gonna remember. Even if I don't remember your name, but the boy who is, Tingham, yeah, this and that. But it's like, that might not just be clicking to people right away.
You don't think it's a consistency thing? Because recently, why I said it, right? Because what you talking about is what Bahamian did at the turn of the millennia with Who Let the Dogs Out. And they sort of gained notoriety and started winning Grammys. But because that momentum wasn't sustained by a whole movement, it sort of fizzled out. And then I think last year, a year before last, TMZ was like, "Ooh, look who we found about man!" And then they did the whole Vice documentary about it to sort of revive it. But I think you could do that. But if you ain't got a movement to where it's like more people and it's like, bro, okay, I break the door down and we arrest us flooding and go wreck the place up so they don't forget or they remember this moment in time. You know, I think that's how that effect would last a little bit longer, whether it be a more longevity from a longevity standpoint or impact standpoint to where it's like, yeah, it might have been short, but we remember, or this been going on for such a long time. This is a legacy, and we can trace it back to the root.
Fox. See, Bahamian, I'd say our generation, with their generation, we have enough artists right now to build an industry and say we have a solid industry in the Bahamas. I don't feel like they had enough people who was believing in the vision, because they still had that side vision, like, this may not work.
No, but a lot of people hated on them. A lot of Bahamian artists.
A lot of people are saying on us. I feel like people are saying on us way more than they're saying on them, bro. Because it's like they had the culture. They still was bringing the culture. Like, we doing rap, so it's like they blocking us out. They don't want to hear that at all. No, that's for the States. That's what they is doing in the States. We want to hear our music.
Yeah, it was I remember, and this sort of went semi-viral on Facebook and TikTok and then when I asked Travis Edgecombe what is Bahamian music, and he said, and I agree with him, and he said, any Bahamian making music and telling the story, but I also understand it from the aspect of what is traditional, breaking square, junking, and so it's like
that's the traditional way. Like the telling story, I understand that. That's the traditional way, but like my dad, what is Bahamian music to me? It used to be Bahamian, right?
Yeah.
You making music?
Yeah.
You used to be Bahamian artist, that's Bahamian music. Like you just, bro, like think about how simple this is. I could have a hip hop song and put a like tom tom in the background, and it's just
like Nakas.
Simple vibe, like just it could just be little elements. Like they just run over with it, like bro, this gotta be strictly rake and scrape. But no, bro, it's about taking your culture, even if it's just a little pinch, adding your little sauce to make something better. So like when you hear hip hop and you hear Drake them song, you be like, this marginal, but it's something about this Bahamian song, like that calypso thing. It's something about that. Like it's still hip hop, it sounds solid, but that calypso thing just adding something different to it. It's just that small sauce. It don't gotta be 100% a change to say, bro, no, bro, we ain't hearing that hip hop.
Yeah, because I think what any music is becoming more mood based and genre based, and like a good example of a genre and another culture taking is like how Trinidad have their version of dancehall, which they call it like zessin, but it's like it have subtle things different, and obviously they going over the song, toasting over the song and their accent or whatever, and it's a different like rhythm pattern, things like that. But people be like, okay, it's dancehall, but they ain't really like Trinidadian culture, or this ain't really Jamaican. So maybe that I don't know for sure if that argument has happened, but I think that's why I feel like baby music could be any music, because the lines of music are becoming so blurred. People taking from everything and just making the best thing that they can make. It's almost not gonna matter what comes from what. It's like, okay, who making the best music?
Facts. I feel like all we need is one. Our generation, I feel like all we need is one. Once it's like we have that back up to say, all right, we have enough good artists. Like if someone like let's say DJ Khaled. If DJ Khaled's all right, I just need 8 artists. We have 8 artists, like solid artists who could compete in the league right now. Like in the game. Like I could say that. Like because we have good artists. Yeah, I just said 8. Yeah. Like just 8. I know we have more, but I just saying 8 to say all right. We have 8 people who could please DJ Khaled there. And not just say, all right, I was a rapper, I used to do my wild. They could please, like it could compete like with, because that's how I always thinking like about the global market.
Of course. So what's next for you after XXI Playboy and whatever future moves? Because now I know COVID might have set you back like everybody else. So
after COVID, they come out buying.
okay,
COVID, I was locked in, just working, developing. After COVID, boom, come out, pull up. After pull up, Deja Vu. After Deja Vu, the tape. I even dropped a tape during COVID. Stormy Times. Yeah, bro, I come out banging. I get that. I was on the live interview the live Instagram live with Buddy Freestyler.
Okay.
Had that going viral.
and I saw you had a video on BEC Jams too.
Yeah, but that was after COVID. That's when I had to drop rocks up.
Okay.
But yeah, after COVID stopped, come out banging.
Okay, so COVID was good, a good thing for you.
That was a good thing. That was like the waiting room to say, hi, put 1 or 2 days together. We come up, put a plan together, build everything. And we come up, we good. So like, yeah, hey, there's a lot of things like show wise, because that's when they first dropped vibes, and bro, we had like, a lot of shows, and then COVID just like stopped it. So that was a bad thing. That was the negative side, and then the positive side was I had time to readjust and see what I wanted to do.
Okay, so what's the next move? Because obviously you ain't thinking about probably dropping another project for the rest of the year, but probably working this project for the next.
Well, I got the deluxe for XXI. I ain't finished with that yet.
Okay.
Cause I can let you know.
Yeah. So
that's the rap side.
Okay.
So we can just put it like this. It's the next side that has to be completed.
Okay.
Because I do both. So I got to make sure I please all of my supporters.
So you're gonna like sort of work the records like when you go back to the States, or
You say
now you're gonna work the record?
you mean on the project?
No. I'm talking about like you gonna go do more performances stateside and things.
Yeah. I mean, it's still off the motion, like leverage. I ain't gonna put a date on it to like say when it gonna happen. It's just how we present ourselves. That's just based on it. So we just basically building everything up. So when that point come, then we gain back from the shows and stuff. So I ain't really rushing with the shows. I know it can come. I just trying to make sure everything else.
You're also in like cruise control. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I've been speeding trying to get it. It's like my foot in the gate already. So it's like I ain't really gotta wake up every day and say, "But you gotta blow." No, you just gotta do everything right from now on.
Yeah, because I think you're doing the right elements and you have the right development and system, and you approaching everything the right way. Like, okay, let me work, and we figure out how to promote this, and we do the necessary things I need to do, and then by the time I get a better situation, I'll be fully aware of how I need to move as an artist and things like that. All right. Any final thoughts, sir, before we close? Where they can find you. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can stream the project. Is it all on all DSPs? All platforms.
All platforms.
I don't know if you want them to stream it on a particular one. I think Tidal pays more.
It don't really matter.
Do you want TuneCore or
TuneCore? Everything.
Okay.
Just do your thing.
All
wherever
right.
you want to jump, just wherever you listen to your music, that's where you listen to it. XXI Playboy. It means 21 Playboy, because my birthday I was supposed to drop this tape for my birthday.
Okay.
Because it was like 21 Playboy. Like 21 on Playboy. So 21
He's only
Playboy.
21 and have all this wealth of experience.
yeah. I'm 21. But yeah, so y'all make sure go check it out. I'm telling you, Deluxe coming soon. Music videos coming soon. And then we got some more stuff coming soon. I have a big project for the Bahamas. And I already put out, you see PI, Paradise Island.
Yeah, I love the record.
Bro,
like,
listen to me. That's just the acoustic version, bro. When I tell you, that big building, when I tell you where it's building, I'm building it, bro. Just remember that song, because it ain't coming this year. I got some other stuff I gotta do first, but I put that on the side burner because that's very important.
Okay,
that's a very important song. But just know we working. A lot of more music on the way. Y'all just continue to be patient, because y'all just be rushing me. I know y'all like my music. I like my music too. But look, I trying to, elevate. I ain't just trying to give away music all the time. I trying to make sense with this. So y'all just continue to be patient, and I promise y'all every release, I ain't gonna let y'all down. Never, Big up to the farm, big up to City Island, big up to Royalty and Respect, big up to the SOG family, the TSG family. I already say SOG. Yeah, I already say SOG. Yeah. Big up to the my management too. As a CEO, I have a music management.
Oh, so you're a managing artist too?
Yes.
Oh, well, tell us a little bit about that.
Young Legends.
Okay, so you managing the group?
So it's not a group. It's just that's the name of the management, Young Legends.
Okay.
So it's like I basically, it's like, I say it's a starter kit to like show you the direction you need to go in to say, all right, just what I need to be doing. So
artist development more so. Okay.
Yeah, artist development. We still do the management too. Management to me sound more professional, so I say management.
Management is shorter, but artist development because you got to develop, know how to do an interview, know how to answer questions. Okay.
But yeah. Y'all gonna see them pop out in a minute. I'm not rushing anything, by the way. And I had to let them know that too.
He just chilling.
I'm not chilling. I'm not chilling. No, I'm not chilling. I'm just taking my time and
being patient and perseverant. Yeah.
Before I put it out there, feel me? But bro, trust me, these videos. Shout out to City Island, like I say, City Island. Anyway, these videos. Y'all just stay tuned, bro. Please listen to me. Stay tuned. Stop calling me an R&B nigga, because I'm not an R&B nigga, bro. You feel me? Call me an artist, because I rap and I sing. You feel me? And when y'all put me in y'all charts or whatever it is, make sure I say artist, bro. You feel me? And if it don't say number 1 or 2, then don't put me there. Respectfully. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for showing the love and the support. And thanks for having me on, bro. Really
Thank you. Because I never listened to one record and say he's an R&B nigga. You know, the first thing I thought was the Drake line was like, you getting bodied by... You should make a song. I say, getting bodied by R&B nigga. But thanks again for joining us on Erryting Kool.
Yes,
this was good. I hope this go viral too, like the last 2.
Come on, bro. The promise is
here. The promise is here.
Just watch the numbers. I'll make sure y'all talking.
All right. So we can see y'all later.
I'm telling you.
Oh, man.